Let's go ahead and evaluate this limit together. Typically at first, it's good to try substitution, but if we substitute in 25 in for x, see what's going to happen here. On top, we're going to have the square root of 25, which is just 5, and 5 minus 5 is going to be 0. And in the denominator, we have 25 minus 25, which is also going to be 0. So in this case, we can't just go ahead and use substitution. So if we can't use substitution, let's try another method to evaluate this limit. Now if we take a look on top, we can see the square root of x minus 5. We're going to go ahead and use a pattern from Algebra 1 dealing with quadratics called the difference of squares pattern. So we have that square root of x minus 5. Now the conjugate of that is going to be the square root of x plus 5. So let's go ahead and multiply top and bottom by that square root of x plus 5. That way we're not really changing this expression. So try to focus in on the numerator with me and notice that we have this a minus b times a plus b pattern. Multiplying this square root of x times the square root of x, that's actually just going to leave us with x. Then we go ahead and multiply this root x multiplied by 5, and this negative 5 times root x, they're actually going to cancel each other out, so there's going to be nothing to write there. And then finally, this minus 5 times this positive 5 is going to give us a minus 25. Okay, so in the top here, notice that we don't have a radical anymore because we went ahead and used that difference of squares pattern. Now in the denominator, let's not actually go ahead and FOIL this. I don't think there's actually going to be a reason to. Let's not make it messier if we don't have to. So I actually think it's going to be cleaner if we keep it the same. So I'm going to keep this x minus 25. Let's keep that together. And for this other binomial, we have the square root of x plus 5. So keeping it just like this, let's see what we can do next. Now hopefully you can see why I didn't go ahead and FOIL out the bottom. If you see here on top and bottom we have this x minus 25, and so we can actually just go ahead and cancel those out. So with that, we can go ahead and cancel out this x minus 25 and x minus 25. So this whole thing is just going to simplify down to being this 1 over the square root of x plus 5. So let's go ahead and just take this and this, and going ahead and using the simpler version of our original expression, we can actually go ahead and use substitution now. At this point, hopefully you're going to notice that substitution is going to work out nicely, so we can go ahead and take this x equals 25 and substitute that in for this value here. So let's go and see what the limit's going to be. So we're going to have 1 over, and we're going to have the square root of what? Well, we're plugging in 25 in for x. And we have this plus 5 over here. The square root of 25 is 5. 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. So we're going to see the limit here is going to be 1/10. So while it's always good to go ahead and try substitution first, it's not always going to work. So hopefully if you see one of these types in the future with these radicals, you can go ahead and try using the conjugate. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, please consider sharing this with a classmate or friend who might also find it helpful. And as always, keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next one.